Everyone, it's Dr. Woods. I'm here to give you a quick tutorial about how to use Mendeley, which is a free reference manager and citation tool for you. If you're involved in a project that I help to oversee in 497 or 697, I do recommend and require that all students that I work with utilize this software. It's just a great tool to have in your toolbox. It'll make you better. It does not totally ignore the need to understand APA if that's what you're using. You still have to understand it. You still have to be smarter than the software, but it is a very good use of your time. So first things first, I'm going to show you what it looks like to use this tool, and then I'll show you what you need to go through to get it set up on your computer. So one of the things that I research a lot about is hand strength, pinch strength, grip strength, hand function. So I have a lot of those references in my Mendeley file manager. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So let's say I've read an article and I want to say that men generally have stronger grip strength than females. So hand grip strength is stronger in men than women. So I'm going to go up here in this reference tab, and I've installed the Mendeley citation plugin, which means it makes my Word talk to my Mendeley desktop. So yours is going to look a little bit different because mine is an older version. It'll probably be a kind of a red circle on the right hand side over here. But I'm going to use mine. I'm going to click this Insert Citation Manager, and a little pop-up is now here. And you'll notice my Mendeley desktop, which was visible in the background there, has gone away. That's what it's supposed to do. That's how it works on mine. Now I can search my Mendeley by author, title, or year. And you can also search by keyword. So I'm going to search the word grip strength. And let's say I want to use this article and perhaps another one. Let's put in as many as I want. Grip strength. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. And you can see where this little drop down was on mine. It's telling me that I've cited by APA 7. Okay, now it's still possible that there would have been a mistake in that. And I still have to note that I need to put the period after the last citation. But if I installed everything correctly when I was uploading my PDF of these articles, it should all cite correctly. So then I've written my article, and I am going to insert my bibliography. And there are my 3 articles that I have cited in that one sentence. And of course, you will imagine that there would be way more than that in your literature review. If you're asked to switch formats, and this is very common if you submit to one journal article and it's not using APA, you just click in your dropdown and you might be asked to switch to the AMA, American Medical Association, and they use a number formatting system. And it looks like that. You would have citation, your in-text citation has changed. You might need to go and move the periods. In different formattings, they move the period before and after the in-text citation. So it doesn't do that for you, but it did order them in the bibliography as well. So if that seems like something that's interesting to you, and you have a different research advisor, you can obviously use this as well. But if you're working with me, I do require it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Mendeley's website and download the Mendeley Reference Manager for desktop. And of course, you want to download for Mac. Once you get that downloaded, you'll have to create an account, and that's an Elsevier account. Elsevier is a publishing company, so if you've ever bought an ebook for a textbook, you might already have an account with them. If you forget your password, just do a password reset. And once you're ready and you've got your desktop downloaded, it will look something like this, much more modern than this. This is an older edition of it. And it'll have nothing here in the middle. It'll just be blank there. So once you're there, then you need to add the Microsoft plugin. And I've included this as the reference for you. So you'll be in Mendeley, and across the top of your screen will be the tools button, the tools area, and then you'll click install LibreOffice plugin. Okay, so I'll let you pause the recording here, and you need to go do those 2 steps, and then I'll pick back up. All right, so you've got everything installed. Now you need to give Mendeley some articles because you're going to cite something about your particular topic. So you'll start at the library, or you'll start at PubMed, wherever you're going to get your articles from. You'll notice I also have a Google Chrome plugin. So if I need to cite a website, I can do that. And it pops up a little pop-up, and it'll ask me to log into my Mendeley online account. And I'll be able to cite, like the CDC's website is one that I cite a lot for my public health research. But let's say I want to search about grip strength. Actually, I should do a topic I probably don't have a whole bunch of articles in, so it'll be easy to find. Let's search about swan neck. I probably don't have a ton of articles in my database about that. So I'm going to search for swan neck deformity, and I'm going to turn some filters on here. I want it to be peer reviewed and in full text. Let's add one more. I want it to be in that's not it, source type. I want it to be in an academic journal. All right, so let's pick this one. This is a surgery article, but let's say I went to cite about rehab outcomes after this. So I'd click access now. Cannot get access to that one apparently. Let's go back. Oops. Away from that. All right, let's do something more general, like hand pain, because swan neck was giving me down a weird. Peer reviewed, full text, source type, academic journals. All right. All right. Let's see what we can get. We need to download it as a PDF. That's our goal here. While this is downloading, you'll notice over here on my desktop in the far upper right-hand corner, I have a folder called Mendeley. I created that folder, I named it that. It did not come with my Mendeley account, but you need to do that as well. You need a folder where you're going to store all of the documents that you're going to give to Mendeley. So I'm going to download this. And once it opens, I'm going to save it to that Mendeley file folder. So I'm going to tell it that I want it to go to my desktop, and furthermore, I want it to go to that Mendeley folder right there. I'm going to title it the author's last name because I need to know which which article it is, and I cannot remember what that author's last name was. Okay, copy that. Download it, send it to Mendeley, call it the author's last name and save it there. All right, so now it's the author's last name and I need to give it to Mendeley now from that folder. So I'm going to add file. And I don't want to drag and drop it over. I want to do it from that Mendeley file so that Mendeley can find it and look for it correctly and always know where it's going to be. All right, so I've added it to my document or my desktop manager of Mendeley. It's now listed here at the top. You can see it has the PDF icon, which means it knows how to find the PDF. And when I double click on it, it will pull it up in my Mendeley screen here. So I can see the article, I can highlight the article and it'll stay highlighted if I want to come back to something. It will always be like this. And because it's in my Mendeley Cloud account, if my computer were to crash, I could retrieve all of these things through my online account. What you notice now is that on the right-hand side of the screen, after I double clicked on it, is the Mendeley attempted to make a good guess as to the title, the authors, the journal, the year, the volume, the issue, and the pages in which it was published, because the top of this PDF gave it most of that information. Now, I will tell you, you're going to want to double check it all. Once you double check it and you're happy with the capitalization, I'll tell you APA capitalizes different than other citations. And so it just pulls it directly how it's off this PDF. So you might need to change it. So again, it's not a excuse for not knowing things, but it's just a tool to have in your toolbox. Once you're happy with everything that's over here, if you need to make a change, you just change it. You click in there, make sure everybody's names are right. And then once you're happy with it, you're going to click up here in the top and you're going to sync it, which is going to permanently save it like that. So let's say I want to do this BMI article with pain now in that Word document I was writing in. I'm going to say, additionally, hand pain is associated with BMI in people with osteoarthritis. And it was, the author's last name was GL, were the first two letters. So I can search by that. I can scroll down. I can also search by BMI, osteo. And there it is. So I can say that. You can see it gave it a 4 now because we're in AMA and it put it down here. I'm going to switch it back to APA. And it's all there. I do need to add my periods by myself, but that's how it works. And I hope you find it helpful. And then of course you'd save it and your citations will save. You can override a citation. If you realize you've made a mistake, you can change a word and it'll ask if you want to save it, the manual edit in here. It won't change it in your Mendeley though. And then you can send it back and forth and work with your peers. So I hope that you find this helpful. And we do have to get the Mendeley plugin installed, allowed by the university. So I'll be working with them to get that done. So if you need anything else from me, please don't hesitate to reach out.